Hello, my name is Daria, welcome to my channel, and today I have an update for you for my Pan Those Eyeshadows. This project was created by Alexi and I will link her down below, and everyone does this project a little bit different, and so I usually randomize 5 palettes and then I randomize 5 eyeshadows from them. And I'm working on palettes that don't have a pen and that are not in other projects. So I'm working on 5 shades at a time, and today we will be having 2 rollouts. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself right now because when I was getting ready today, I dropped my magnetic palette where I put magnetic shades that I'm working on in different projects. And one of these shades, unfortunately, was from this project. I managed to save a lot of it and I've managed to repress it, but of course it won't be looking like it used to, and I will mention it once again when I will be talking about this shade. And I usually start this project with talking about eyeshadows that were in this project the least amount of months. Last update in June, I rolled in an eyeshadow from the Bright palette by Beauty Bay. And it was an eyeshadow named Orange Soda, and that's what it's looking like today. I've managed to use it 8 times since my last update and since I rolled it in. And we have a deep starting to form in this shade, but of course there is no pen yet. Usually I've used this shade on my lower lash line and I really liked it in that capacity, but today I'm using it on outer corner of my lid and I think it looks quite okay too. Well, anyway, I will continue working on this shade and I hope that I will be making steady progress in it. And that's the swatch of this shade. Also, I forgot to mention that of course my goal is to hit pen in this project on some eyeshadows, but if I use them 20 times and I'm tired of them or I don't want to work on them anymore, then I can roll them out. I've used this rule only once and I think it was like in some of the first months of this project this year, but usually I'm trying to hit pen, and of course if I want to continue working on the eyeshadow, even if I used it 20 times or more than 20 times, I can do it. In May I rolled in 2 eyeshadows and one of them comes from this palette. It's the Child palette from ColourPop, and that's what it's looking like, and that's the shades that I dropped and that shattered and that I had to repress. And it's unfortunate because I really like this shade, but I've managed to use it only twice since my last update. I just don't really know how to incorporate this shade in my looks, to be honest. I don't really wear greens right now, but yeah, I think I'm using this shade today and I think it looks quite great, so maybe I just can combine it with oranges. I don't know. But before last update I've managed to use it 5 times, so in total in this project I've used it 7 times. And since this shade shattered and I lost a little bit of a product and I had to repress it, I think I will try to concentrate on this shade next month and make some good progress on it, because I think now it will be easier to hit pen on it, unfortunately. But well, it's not unfortunate that I will be able to hit pen on it quite easily, but I really like this shade and I didn't want it to shatter on me. And that's what this shade is looking like. And by the way, I think I forgot to mention that the shade that I was talking about this whole time was Right Hand Mando, so the second shade in this palette. Also in May I wrote in a shade from Romantic Nomad from BH Cosmetic, and I wrote in the 7th shade. And that's what it's looking like today. And as you can see, we have a pen in it. And these pens are very small, and I feel like if I continue to use this shade, I will finish it quite soon, to be honest. But anyway, I've used it 9 times since my last update, for a total of 14 times in this project. And I've managed to hit pen on it on 14th use. And I'm very happy about it. I really like this pinky shade, but I'm happy to work on something else. And I won't be swatching this shade because it's rolling out. The last 2 shades I rolled in April, and first of them comes from Cor-De-Rosa palette from Sigma, and it's the shade Campfire. It's right here, and that's what it's looking like today. As you can see, we don't have a pen in it yet, but we have a huge dip in it, and I'm really hoping that I will be able to hit pen in it just in a couple of more uses. Since my last update, I've used this shade 5 times for a total of 17 times in this project. So at least I know that by the next update I will hit my 20 use goal. But I think I will continue to work on it just because I put so much time and effort into this shade, so I want to see a shiny pen in it. And that's what this shade is looking like. And the last shade that I was working on comes from Call The Shots palette from P.Louise, and it was 11th shade in this palette, and as you can see we have a pen. So that's what it's looking like today. And I've used it an additional 5 times for a total of 19 uses in this project. I've hit pen on my 4th use, and I've decided to use it one more time to expand the pen. I usually wore this eyeshadow on my lower lash line and sometimes in a crease, but that was kind of it. It's just a nice neutral brown shade, but I'm really happy that it's rolling out, to be honest. And I won't be swatching it because it's rolling out. Now we can go to the fun part of this video, and it's rolling new eyeshadows in. And I have my Tiny Decisions app. I have all of the palettes in here, and these like black palettes, they mean that either this palette is already in a project or I have a pen in it already. So we will roll 2 palettes and then we will roll shades from them. So the first palette the first palette will be from WhatsUp Beauty, and it's Desert Monsoon, I think that's how you call it. Okay, I'm really excited about it. And the next palette it's a palette from Little, and it's 2UP palette, I think. It's also, both of these palettes are some of my newest palettes. I bought them only like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago, but I will be really happy to work on them. So let me grab them and we will randomize shades from them. So the first palette that I rolled in is from WhatsUp Beauty, and that's what it looks like right now. I haven't touched it yet, to be honest. And we have 12 shades. So let's roll a random number from 1 to 12. And it will be 6. Okay. No. It's this shade Thunder. It's just a basic neutral dark shade, to be honest. But that's okay, I guess. And that's what this shade is looking like right now. So I think it will be either outer corner shade, or maybe I can use it as a liner sometime, but yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed because there are so many great shimmer shades in this palette and I need to work on a boring matte shade, but that's okay. That's okay. So the second palette comes from Little Cosmetics and it's 2UP, and I hope you will be able to see this holographic packaging of it, but it's looking like this, and it has only 10 shades in it, so we will randomize from 1 to 10. So let's do it. Eight. We have a shade 8. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay! That's a very, very great shimmer. That's the shade Console. And that's this purple shade. And that's what the shade is looking like. And as you can see, that's my color story for the next months. And I'm quite happy with it, I think. I still don't really but I'm not really excited about this deep brown shade, but at least I think I can incorporate it in a lot of looks. So yeah, I think it will be okay to work on it. So for my next update, I will try to do my best and hit a pan in this Campfire shade, and I will just try to work on all of the other shades and make some good progress on them. I think I will set a goal of using each shade at least 5 times during the next months, and I think it will be good, it will be okay, and we will just see how it goes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I hope you will stay with me on my project painting journey. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!